Well, he's gaining in the fan department, and after that display of driving tonight, I'm not the least bit surprised. Let's go to Victory Lane.
After what he did to, after what Gordon did to him, after what he did to Gordon, I don't like him anymore at all.
Oh man, I don't know how many times I spun out, but I didn't spin out. You know, amazing race. I can't say enough about all these guys. This M&M's Camry was fast, and it's fun to drive when I wasn't getting turned around. But you know, it's a tough race, but fun race. Glad to see the pack back like that, and making it interesting for us drivers. Hopefully it was great for the fans as much as it was for us drivers. And again, first race back in the M&M's car. We're in Victory Lane, so that's pretty cool. Can't say enough about Interstate Batteries, Toyota, the Sprint Cup Series, thanks Sprint, and Monster Energy, thanks for giving me my boost.
Work me through the approach and the move on Stewart for the win.
Well, somebody was in front of me. The 39 and the somebody, and they got hooked up and went, and I'm like, okay, well, I was trying to stay with the 39, but I pulled low and got in behind Stewart and just wing mowed right up through there. He had a fast car, and took us by those guys around the outside, and I'm like, it's a two-guy race right now, and it's going to be either me or him coming to the start-finish line out of turn 4, and I've seen the move done before. It was my turn to do it this time. Stewart had me the last time here in July a couple of years ago, so glad it was the M&M's car and putting it here in Victory Lane. Can't say enough about electric sunglasses, all the folks there. So everybody on this car, Double Mint, Snickers, all the fine folks at M&M's.
He scores a win in February. Let's go to Chris Devoda standing by with the guy he just beat.
Yeah, Matt, Tony came on the radio and said, guys, I just don't know what I could have done. Well, now you have a week to formulate a plan. Can you figure it out?
Yeah, it can be done. It's just, I got part of it. I just didn't get all of what I needed to do there at the end. But still, considering where this car was yesterday, I'm really proud of Steve Addington, Tony Gibson, Greg Zipadelli. All three teams at Stewart Haas Racing just did an awesome job to get this Mobile and Office Depot Chevy back together. So, and they even let me work on it with them, which is it's kind of scary, the thought of it, but it was cool to be there with those guys, and it kind of sucked to screw it up yesterday, but really proud of how good a job they did to give us a car that was that good at the end.
It's a good run, champ. Thanks.
Thanks, Krista. Kyle Busch pulls the old Daytona slingshot off turn number 4 and goes to Victory Lane.
Well, I said you have to respect Kyle Busch, and I mean that in the right kind of way. Respect is earned. In my book, he earned a little bit tonight.
We had the pleasure of sitting with Kyle Busch yesterday, and it was apparent to us after being parked at Texas for Wreckin' Ron Hornaday that got his attention, but the desire to win is still there.
A lot of big crashes tonight.
That's true, but he didn't have to wreck people to do it.
Scary moment as Jeff Gordon slid 1,000 feet on the driver's door, and then the rest of that car's energy dissipated in a series of barrel rolls before landing on its roof. Dick Berggren with Jeff Gordon.
Okay, Jeff Gordon has emerged from the medical center with a smile on. What a wild ride. What precipitated all that?
Well, you know, it's just getting down to the end of the race, time to go. And me and Jimmy were looking good there. You know, we knew those guys were coming. And once Kyle got in front of me, I'm just trying to, you know, keep Jimmy on me and try to stay with Kyle. Every time I got to Kyle's bumper, he just started getting so sideways, like he was a lot tonight, and I thought he was going to wreck. I saw him start to spin, so I went to go wide, not knowing that somebody got to my outside. That turned me into those guys in the wall, and along for a ride we went, and then Kyle ends up winning the race. So pretty wild and crazy way to get it all started. Certainly an exciting finish for the race, so I'm excited about that, but not the way our Drive in Hunger Chevrolet wants to get the 2012 season started.
So many crashes tonight, even more than would be expected for the Budweiser shootout. What is going on?
Well, the difference now is, you know, we're still bump drafting. We just can't do it, you know, for long periods of time. So now we're doing it in packs. And so, you know, you get on the straightaway, you push a little bit, and once the tires get a little bit heat in them, and you know, the cars just start, and we have less downforce, so the cars are moving around a lot. So you got to be real careful with how you push and when you push, and you know, it's definitely going to take some patience. But I was having a blast out there. Our car was awesome. You know, we had a car that could win this race, and so that's got me excited about tomorrow and for next week.
First time ever upside down in a stock car. Hope to see you not do that ever again.
Thanks, Dick. The box score will show these 10 cars finished on the lead lap fine runs for shootout rookies Marcus Ambrose and Brad Keselowski. Denny Hamlin came from laps down to finish in the top 5.
Didn't hear anything on Clint Boyer or Carl Edwards tonight. Never heard their name once.
At the finish. Down to John Roberts and Michael Waltrip.
Kane 13th after being wrecked.
All you can say is wow after that finish. What a performance by Kyle Busch. What a finish. And Mikey, if this is a sign of what we're in for the rest of this week, you're going to want to stay tuned.
How are you going to get a ticket? We're going to sell all the tickets for the Daytona 500. That's awesome. I was on fire. I had a ball. Jeff Gordon was upside down. What did he say? I had a ball. Racing is fun at Daytona, and it's going to be amazing for the Daytona 500.
You can say what you want about Kyle Busch, but he can certainly drive the wheels off a race car, and he did it literally today. Coming up next on Fox, it's your late local news. Fox Late Night at 11 o'clock. Alcatraz, 12 a.m. It's the new girl. Check your local listings now. The next matter of business here at Daytona is to set the front row for the Great American Race tomorrow. Qualifying at 1 o'clock live on Fox from the Daytona International Speedway. We will set the front row, and then everybody else will have to go back to the drawing board. You want to tune in for that because it's been a wild week so far. Congratulations once again to Kyle Busch and Joe Gibbs Racing, who have now put their 5th Budweiser Shootout victory together, the first one for driver Kyle Busch, and a wild night altogether. A lot of bent-up sheet metal, a little bit of bent-up temper, but in the end, everybody had a very good time out on the racetrack, and the fans must have loved it as well. Thanks for coming along for the ride, everybody. It was a wild Budweiser Shootout, and we are in for a heck of a week here at the Daytona International Speedway as we get ready for the Great American Race, which is also live on Fox next Sunday. Stay with us, everyone. Your late local news is coming up next. And once again, thanks for joining us for the Budweiser Shootout. For Michael Waltrip and everybody else on the Fox family, so long, everybody. I'm John Roberts.